So Wafa Kanwal says, can there be more authentic recitations generated today, like good qaris having a recitation of their own using differences out of the Ashara Qira'at? And I asked, can you elaborate? And they respond, in Ulum al-Quran, we studied that Qira'at are the manifestations of Ahruf. And the process through which the 10 Qira'at originated can still happen today? Question mark.
No.
I mean, great qaris can develop their own recitation like Nafi' did and Khalaf, etc. did. So can you please discuss what is the difference between Ahruf and Qira'at? Jazakallah khair. My clarifying question in all of this is, what is Ahruf?
Okay, so no. My answer is no. My answer is no. You have read an intro to Ulum al-Quran. The Ahruf is the conversation of the Quran being revealed on 7 Ahruf. Nobody has answered this question, not Sheikh Yasser Qadhi. That's where a lot of controversy came from there. So the short answer though, she ended you on, I'm sorry friend, you ended on a question that was no question. Please bear with me.
Well,
no.
I guess the real question,
The answer is no.
Okay.
A qari cannot make up his own recitation because Nafi' didn't use the ahruf to come up with recitation, dear.
He just became known for that.
Thank you. So 2 pieces of information. You took a fact from this is I'm sorry, there's very deep science, and you took 1 bit of information. You kind of sound half-educated, which scares me. So because the Quran being revealed on Saba Ahruf, put that away, friend. That is its own conversation. Are you prepared to have the deep conversation of what Saba Ahruf are? And do you have an opinion?
Where is this from?
The Hadith. Prophet Sallallahu and that's the whole Hadith.
Okay.
The Quran was revealed on Saba Ahruf. Pin drop silence.
Okay.
There are people who have an opinion and they take you on a definitive route through Ashra.
There's no consensus agreement on what the Ahruf is.
You're using infinity stone Ahruf to say I can make up my own. No, these infinity stones only did those specific things.
Gotcha.
Hey, I know the infinity stones. Can I make an infinity stone of backflipping? That's not how this works.
Okay.
So no qari could come up with their own qira'at. She's misunderstanding recitation. Like, does Mashari al-Afasi sound, amazing reciter, does he sound like Sheikh Tablawi? No.
Yeah.
Did they make up? Yeah, they made up their own styles.
That's their own personal flavor.
Not an ahruf,
But they're not straying from what is the fundamental recitation.
And then her word was just like Nafi' did. I'm sorry.
He did not.
Nafi' didn't take a letter and say, wanakam, and then make up a qira'at. So now but I would have to then explain, well, then how did he do it? Then you have to study a little bit.
Did he codify?
Yeah, they codified it. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the clarification here is that
they didn't make it up.
Whether it was Nafi' or Susi or Bazzi or Qalu, they're known for the fact that they helped clarify, codify, and teach, but they didn't make something up.
It wasn't
and
that
they
Imam,
would recite more than...
Right, because think about this. Warsh didn't make up, he's the student of Nafi'.
Yeah.
So Warsh didn't say, hey, I'm going to make up my own thing. He took what his teacher taught him.
Yeah.
And inside those principles, he said, this is how I see it.
Yeah.
Could someone do that? So let's go a step further. Could someone do that today? Could they say, hey, I know the rules and the grammar, so I can make up my own? No. Because the Mutawatir Quran was closed, right? We sealed it, and now we recite it in different flavors and tones and maqams.
But the real thing, though, we could expand upon the legacy of codification to make it more accessible, which is what Tajweed codification was, to make it accessible, right?
Yes.
So, I don't know if I'm reaching here, but like what you've done with Quran Revolution is that you've codified the rules in a language in which people can understand. Like that is Wissam.
Yes, in the legacy of knowledge, absolutely. I would say what Quran Revolution is doing specifically is propagating tajweed.
Yeah.
Because when tajweed was codified, and we said one of the original tajweed teachers of humanity was named Mujahid, you are 100% correct. The core essence of the rules. Here are your throat letters. Here's ikhfa, izhar, tongue touch, tongue not. ikhfa and ithhar. They named those rules.
Yeah.
Then that reached from the Arabian Peninsula to what is now India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, all that area. How did it get there? By them teaching them Arabic? They took the ikhfa, idhar, and made it applicable, either through the audible signs, Qul hu Allahu, and everyone's repeating, or by teaching them rules. So yes, I believe that we are making our own system of teaching, but you wouldn't then say, I use the rules from tongue touch, tongue not touch to recite Qurani Wisam. And we all say ta'maluna. And that was a real thing we did in Hafiz school. Nah.
No, really?
And we just horrible. It was the most haram thing. You should beat. That's why. So we would, and that's.
Oh man, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I got a little excited.
It was too much fun. It shifted over there just a bit. There
Hold
you
on
go.
a second.
Let's pause. Okay. 3, 2. So you couldn't end up reading Quran like ta'maluna. And like when someone says, why are you doing that? Oh, I follow the rules of Qurani Wisami Yuna. And because of Wisami Yuna recitation, I read like this.
You start getting, what was it? People start saying like, yeah, this guy left Islam.
Yeah, or you'll get tapara lunas and thrown out of the masjid.
Okay, so short answer, no, you're not going to create a new qira'at. Nobody ever created a new qira'at, right? The qira'at were always there. They were just codified as time passed.
And do you genuinely, O questioner, know enough about these 7 teachers, about the 10 recitations, that we're now talking about like the invisible infinity stone? Like, let's learn more about this. Yeah. Please, Shatibiya Institute or Jazariya Institute to get some basic information. I would like to say the Wikipedia page on Ashara is very decent to introduce you the names, their dates, who they were, the fact that some of them are grammarians. They weren't just, we want to believe that they were qadis, that Qalun was some guy dressed up in a hat and a kufi, and that's all he did was read Quran. Bilal, one of them was blind.
Academics.
There are academics, some wealthy, some great reciters, and not everyone was perfect.
Yeah,
like we all he did was sit in the Quran. No, they were human beings, married. How many of the Ashra folks, Hafs and Asim, were father and stepson?
Okay,
lot to unpack there.
Yeah,
so there were people, friends.
And I think just to kind of close off, like also for kind of come in and be like, what version of the Quran are you gonna, like, guys, like, look, it's like when somebody asks what version is Hafs or Asim, that's like asking what version of the car are you gonna drive, the passenger seat or the driver's seat or the trunk? Like, no, it's all the same car. You're just accessing the car through a different door or entrance, right?
Right. So it's not versions of the Quran, friends. It is a dialects. There's not, and in all because if we take the Ashra Qirat, 66,000, 67,000 variations, how many of them have any change in the meaning?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, they're like, the word changes, but like.
The dialect changes, and the word changes, called a furush.
Yeah.
It changes very less, by the way, but it does. The word may change completely.
But I think the key thing that what we're trying to say is it's like, it gives you a deeper perspective into the understanding of what the Quran is saying.
Absolutely.
Right? So
thank you, friends, and I pray that you all are growing with us here. At the end of the day, these are YouTube question and answers. Let's grow together as opposed to debating. Wassalamu alaikum.
Always get yourself a teacher.
Yes.